serious fight, especially on X Spaces, against Saviour Kasukwere. They are linking Saviour Kasukwere to the number, to actually an account that is owned by a ghost account called Betrayal. So that account is actually, according to the revelations on social media, linked to Saviour Kasukwere, and there is absolutely a war against Saviour Kasukwere. Lini stands here, linking that account with Saviour Kasukwere, indicating that the numbers that were on that account were of Saviour Kasukwere. Now, Saviour Kasukwere is seemingly attacking retired General Chiwenga, and also Saviour Kasukwere, if we are to buy the notion that he is the owner of that account, of course, I'm relying on what it is being said on social media, that account belongs to him. Now, look at this. He's attacking the wife, or taking on the wife of retired General Chiwenga. What is at play here? You know, there is something I remember last time I was talking about the behavior of Saviour Kasukwere, especially on Professor Jonathan Moyo. I've never actually seen Saviour Kasukwere speaking about Professor Jonathan Moyo. Of course, he speak against 2030. He said no to 2030, but I have never heard him commenting on anything that is said about Professor Jonathan Moyo. They were former G40 allies. Is he part of a grand plan that is being worked or concocted by Professor Jonathan Moyo? Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hloniphani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button, so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So there is something that, before I go to Lynn, there is something that Mawarire Mbizo Jealousy posted about 4 hours ago. He says, "No panemuroi mukuru ipap." To me, this isn't coming as a surprise. Is referring to these revelations that I've been speaking about. In 2018, Honorable Kasukuwere came back to Zimbabwe at the behest of E.D. Mnangagwa to kill the alliance that we were negotiating between MDC Alliance as well as NPF. We had a national executive meeting to adopt the alliance document at Magoli's Plaza, and the Kasukuwere hired thugs to attack me and break my legs, since I was the one with the document. Fortunately, a member of our team who had picked up information on the intended attack came in with his own security to secure the venue. On learning that there was security at the venue, Jim Kunaka, who was coordinating the attack, had to call Kasukuwere to ask for more resources to beef up the number of thugs. To the glory of God, Jim chose to make the call leaning on my car, which I had never bought to any party meeting. He was oblivious. My wife was seated in the car. The call was made on a speakerphone for other group members to hear. My wife picked up Kasukuwere's voice from the other end. He had one instruction: "Batai Mawarire munyore kumbo nokuti ndiye ane document re-alliance." I was already in the meeting, so my wife quickly texted me alerting me of the impending attack. Inside meeting, Kasukuwere thugs like Mashange was visibly drunk and disruptive. Others like Fiona, who wasn't supposed to attend the meeting, had budgeted in carrying a satchel of stones. Since I was aware of what was planned, I asked the chairperson, the late Mai Sandi, to excuse me from the meeting and asked her to read the alliance document for the meeting since she had a copy. I then stood up, grabbed my laptop, and went out. My Maoka and Beatrice Nyampinga followed me, trying to persuade me to come back. They thought I was disrespecting the chairperson. That became the magical stroke that saved me. I immediately, as I stepped out, I was grabbed by the throat by a man I didn't know. My Maoka swiftly drew out a pistol from her handbag and immediately confronted my attacker. He let me go, and Nyamupinga and Maoka then escorted me to my car, set me on the passenger seat, and asked my wife to drive me away. When she reversed out, we were blocked by a commuter omnibus. Maoka had to draw out her gun again and instructed the driver to move away. We drove towards Waterfalls, and when we got to the Zindonga shop, we stopped, and I called Kasukuwere and asked him why he was sending thugs to attack me instead of coming fair, same room. He denied having anything to do with the thugs, and then I told him my wife picked his voice over the phone when the thugs called for reinforcements. That's when he pulled a shocker. Handizirini ndofunga ndidani. My voice edu akafanana. Dan is Kasukuwere's brother, a gentleman who is not anywhere near the thug Saviour is. I told him Dan isn't a politician and had no motive to attack me, then dropped the call. 2 weeks later, we met Kasukuwere at Robert Gabriel Mugabe International Airport. We were on the same flight to Joburg. My wife confronted him and told him he was a wizard, a murderer. He asked that we had a meeting in Joburg to discuss the issue, but when we were at the immigration queue, he took the diplomat's route, had his passport stamped, and disappeared. That's the Kasukuwere you want to defend. Anyway, I did my homework on the BTX Hengli, and the sign-in credentials are linked to his SA number. That we have proven beyond doubt. I have known him, did my work on him for years. I pretended to be stupid and naive, and he played right in my hands. I will process him until he turns to God. So this is what actually Jealous Mawarre has revealed about Saviour Kasukwere. They are linking him to the account Lean X. They have actually done the homeworks on that account. That account was attacking retired General Chiwenga's wife. I will actually be dealing also with that part. I haven't dealt with the part of what exactly might be the motive of Saviour Kasukwere doing this. Let me just, okay, that's a song that is being played. I want to look at Lynn's account. She has also written something. She says about the number, SA number that Kasukwere removed. Say now wavisa number yako pachikost account chenyu iwe Honorable Kasukwere. Wavisirei number yako. Coward. You were posting in the ghost account and then send links to other people soliciting for traction. And now you are lying that you are being attacked by counterintelligence. Urimbo SK, you were sharing pictures of myself that are AI generated to other people on WhatsApp. For what? You know me in person and know that I don't look like that. And what was the motive behind sharing lies? I think I won't share the insults that comes with that. Okay, so the name of Saviour Kasukwere is coming out as a traitor. And then someone says, Lini stands, Lini also says, Kana zwa murigu tauri chiri chokwati, ana honorable Kasukwere and Bete, Tedera Chesband, use your account to address the issues. Why are you using a ghost account? You are a coward. Ndosaka waiweta wakawanda pasiling ya Dr. Grace Mugabe ku Blue Roof kuchama uto paraquat wakufenda. You maimed opposition members using state apparatus, and when they turned against you, you were opening your bowels mu bucket. Uri musiling coward yako hospital of a house wakaisiya yakatswa na maburi naked. I'm not good sometimes at reading the language. And obviously now the account is blocking some people, especially after being, if really indeed it's not Saviour Kasukwere who is operating that account, he should not be blocking people. And in fact, and also, this is the account where, Lini started to actually reveal. She says, SK at Honorable Saviour Kasukwere, you are cruel, but I will be the payback for everyone you destroyed while building your political career. You started by instructing Stacy to take picture of me and leaking them on social media, pretending I had come to a secret meeting with you. You deliberately hid the person who was the actual reason I was there. That meeting had nothing to do with you, but because it was beneficial to you, you made it look like it was about us. You are a notorious liar, evil and selfish, but I'm ready to play in the mud if that's where you want me. Apasha Zukananga, Apasha Mondi, Apasha Spent Forces, Apasha Team President. So it's a new twist to actually these fights within the camp. I must say is the camp of, the camp of retired General Chiwenga, so to speak. And there is something about Bete that I will deal with. I just want to deal with these issues and then I finish. And let me go to his account before I actually speak of what this fellow was writing. And they may be correct to say it may have been Saviour Kasukwere because he was picking the fight with, about 5 hours ago, he actually put about 20 posts. Now he says it's exclusive. Says, MIT sources, there is a particular kind of political mercenary Zimbabwe's opposition has learned to spot too late. They come wearing the right colors, and then the checkbook opens. Her name is Lynn, once a visible vocal opposition activist, built a real following on Twitter X, spoke the right language, nursed the right grievances, seemed legitimate. She had a prize. Enter Mawarire J, already embedded in Mini Baloyi Chiwenga's network. He and Lynn were involved in a brief romantic affair. That affair became a recruitment pipeline. Jealous Mawarire introduced Lynn Stanktia. Hey, it's quite difficult. Is it a surname? To Mini Baloyi Chiwenga. This was not a casual social introduction. This was strategic. Lynn's opposition credibility made her valuable to the other side. When Baloyi's checkbook entered the picture, Lynn's ideological commitments proved surprisingly flexible. The established opposition structure she publicly championed, set aside just like that. She made her choice. Her first major assignment, the Keza campaign, not background work, not peripheral support. She was the frontline Twitter voice, the PR face, the independent activist who was actually executing someone else's brief. The genius of using Lynn was her opposition background. She looked authentic, she looked independent, she was neither. She was an instrument, and at Blessed Keza was the audition. She passed. Baloi's operation now had exactly what it needed: a credible public voice with an opposition pedigree, running negative campaigns while appearing to speak freely, clean until it wasn't. Here is where it gets messy. Once Baloi recognized Lynn's values, she started working with Lynn directly, cut Jealous out of the loop entirely. The man who delivered the asset got bypassed by his own introduction. Jealous was not happy. MIT sources say he remains bitter about this to this day. The affair between him and Lynn, the affair between him and Lynn, and then there is question mark, over. I think I was trying to say is over. And what followed the breakup is something else entirely. Lynn's response to the breakup was scorched earth. She sent photographs of herself with Mawar J directly to his wife, with claims designed to confirm the affair and destroy the marriage. There was just one problem in building a case. She cited a key date. She got it vaguely wrong. That single mistake handed Jealous everything. So you can, anyway, let me not read this continuing forward, because now this is what is written in this BDX. Now, according to me, sorry, I'm now kicking the stands. Now, according to me, this BDX, if they say this cost account is from Saviour Kasukwere, I haven't actually independently verified that. If they say it is from Kasukwere, Kasukwere is seemingly praising Mnangagwa. It's a posture that has been taken by Professor Jonathan Moyo. But the last time he was saying no to 2030. And now what may be his strategy, in my view, he is attacking Jealous Mawarwe. Jealous Mawarwe has been supportive of Blessed Keza, and most probably the retired General Chiwenga faction. He is also equally attacking Lynn. We know she has been instrumental in terms of releasing very, very pertinent information that hit the Mnangagwa faction. Now, we know that Saviour Kasukwere always had presidential ambitions long time back, and obviously we are hearing some more betrayals that he did to Mawar J. During the Blessed Keza revolution, he was seemingly supporting the Blessed Keza revolution. And the mind-boggling questions are: these not the people that betrayed Blessed Keza? Although I'm not privy to what exactly eventually claimed the life of Blessed Keza, it came as a shock. His death, of course, we could see age was taking toll on him, but we hoped he will actually live longer. Now, why is it's quite clear, because he has been, in fact, I've got knowledge that he has been attacking numerous people that are within the Chiwenga faction. I happen to be an analyst. So now, in my view, I'm looking at an individual who wants to destroy Chiwenga. He wants to, all these people being targeted. Now he's saying that one has an affair with that one who is, Lynn has an affair, who had an affair with Jealousy, who was married. Lynn sent the pictures to the wife. You see, it's chaotic now, and you know what he is trying to do is to actually destroy the people who were instrumental in terms of the retired general, who are still instrumental. And let me not say who were instrumental. I must say who are still instrumental in terms of the retired general Chiwenga faction. Now, the purpose, I think Saviour Kasukwere also still has interest that one day he will actually lead ZANU-PF. It remains also to be seen, because we are learning that Professor Jonathan Moyo is in fact working with this fellow, that is Gudawashe Takwere. In fact, he's working closely, interacting with Gudawashe Takwere. There may be a deal between Gudawashe Takwere, Professor Jonathan Moyo, as well as also Saviour Kasukwere and other former G40 members. If he sails through and if he totally captures the military, then they will take care of Mnangagwa, because Mnangagwa is reportedly not well health-wise. You have seen it's not coming from me, it's coming from the intelligence reports that have been leaked. And now, who is the person who stands on their way? It is none other than retired General Chiwenga. Retired General Chiwenga stands in the way of Saviour Kasukwere, stays in the way of actually Gudawashe Takwere. And I've said that Gudawashe Takwere is being ambitious. There is absolutely no way Emerson Tambuzo Mnangagwa will actually fight for him to be in power. I think he is dreaming so much, he is hallucinating a lot. So quite interesting what is happening, but what is at play here? They want to destroy the Chiwenga camp. That is what BTX, who has been actually exposed as Saviour Kasukwere, may be intending to do. And if Chiwenga is destroyed, I think they tell themselves that it's done with Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa. So if it's done with Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa and Chiwenga is out of the picture, then they have the money, especially Gudawashe Takwere. But will Takwere work now? There is a lot of whole confusion there within ZANU-PF, because also in ZANU-PF, individuals like Owen Mutangube and Takwere are seemingly not actually in good books, as well as also Tungwarara, Zwikanandas are not united. They are seemingly united largely because of Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa. So what is at play here is to destroy the other powerful. It is what Mnangagwa did to the Joyce Mjuru camp. He had to side with the faction of Robert Gabriel Mugabe to dispel, to actually sink the Mjuru camp. And when he successfully did so, he was now left to face only Robert Gabriel Mugabe. And that is why at the end of the day, he became so lucky, because he had the backup of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces. They trusted him so much, only for him to actually betray them. We know that there are numerous generals who have actually passed away, who were instrumental, especially in terms of making sure that Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa becomes the president. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button, so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can also press the thanks button and send us stars. Umhlabane is signing off. Let me love and leave you. Let's meet on the other side of the live broadcast as I give you more.